Hello. Hello? Oh, hello. Wrong mic. I did a podcast yesterday. Like, not my podcast, a different podcast. Ex Dev Chris. Thank you so much for that follow. Also, Alts00 and Signer. Thank you for your follows. Dead Robot. Thanks for redeeming Chance at a MacBook. Deserves thanks, I believe. Uh, What did I hit the button? Is it playing music? The volume. It's always the volume. I gotta figure out why. Why my music volume? I guess that's probably safer. Safer to start at a no volume. Who's here? Who is here? Development Robot was first. I know that much. Arnu is here, and Bertrand is here, so my wife forgot about my birthday. What? Are you serious? No! Bertrand, even I didn't forget about your birthday. I mean, you told me explicitly it was your birthday, but I didn't forget. That's crazy. What'd you do? Did you tell her? Did you tell her that makes you sad? Perfect time for on lunch break. What's up, Hoffman? Perfect timing for me. Just woke up. I'm getting a doctor's appointment for Father's Day. What? You're getting a doctor's appointment as a gift? What's up, Beware? Why didn't you tell her? Oh, you're talking to, yeah, she's abroad for work. I literally have what's equal to 100 get out of jail free cards now. It's so true. She owes you real big. Isn't that a president? What a terrible day it is. Celtics gonna win, number 18. So sorry, Josh. So sorry for your loss. They're sweeping the Mavs, huh? Is that what it sounds like? Did I hear that? Did I hear they might sweep? Or am I making that up? I thought I saw Luca had a really good game one of these days, but they still lost, maybe? I literally haven't kept up with finals, which is so sad. I used to be obsessed with the NBA. 3-0, huh? Game 4. I sound like shit. Yeah, my my just woke up voice, not as good as my been awake for a couple hours voice. But I'm streaming early because my wife is out of town, Bertrand. High five. Wife out of town bros or something. Wife out of town in common, so let's high five. Not like we're excited that they're out of town, but we're like sharing this moment that both of our wives are out of town. She's out of town, so I'm streaming while the boys are asleep. And they're going to wake up, and then I'm going to have to get off here. So it's probably just a couple hours. Oh wait, you said that because it was the wrong microphone. That's how far behind I am? What's the odds on this Mac, by the way? It's like 0.01, Nixia. By the way, Nixia's here. Mr. Robot's here. I mean, Reboot. Sorry, your name is Mr. Robot. It's just going to be how it is, apparently. Healthcare's free here. What? Welcome to chat. First time chat. 0B000000010. Father's Day, the one day a year they pay enough attention to you to notice you look like you need a doctor. Fallen Esso, thank you so much for that follow. Frag is here, I know, because he's trying to win a MacBook, even though he didn't say hello. That's okay. You're right. Bring out the brooms. High five. 3-0. Lucas played well. Fouled out in 5 minutes to go. Down 2. What? They were down 2 with 5 minutes left, and he fouled out? That sucks. Brokeback Mountain time. I will get that MacBook. John Bird is here. What's up, John? Frag is here. And Josh is here, and we're all here. And oh, I'm not even drinking my coffee. What am I doing? I'm sorry. I gypped you all of some content because I'm not going to start programming until I finish this coffee. So it's just more time away. It's not 0.1%. I think it's 0.01%. Yeah. I first had it on, what did I have? Does anyone in chat remember what I first set it at? And I didn't think about statistics. And you guys made fun of me because it's like, you're going to give one away like every day. It was not very, it was like 1% or something. It was very high. And then we changed it very quickly. Laravel's great. That's right. It is great. If you DM Adam exactly 25 times, he will give you a MacBook. It's not true. It's not true. So I bought this coffee. Nope, that's not it. I'm brewing it wrong. What's going on with this coffee? I mean, I brew all the other coffee the same, and it tastes great. I bought this coffee from a company called Black and White. They were on a list on Reddit of best US roasters. And they make like these very exotic, fruity coffees. I like light roast. I like taste the bean kind of thing, you know what I mean? Uh this one though, it's supposed to taste like peach. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the taste in my mouth just from waking up. I don't know. It doesn't taste like peach. Millions of users, that's right. Raja, welcome to chat. We're going to work on StatMuse, which literally has millions of users. It's got a lot of users, especially this time of year, the finals, NBA finals. NBA is our biggest sport. John Bird, how do you feel about a Laravel backend and Next front end? I'm working on an inventory system for a small company. I actually love this. I would just swap out the Next front end with literally anything else. No, I'm just kidding. I give Next so much shit. It's not that bad. I don't know how well they'd play together. I guess they'd be fine. But maybe you should look into the Laravel inertia React thing and just like go a little more first party proven path. Because I've not heard of people bolting a Next.js front end onto a Laravel backend. I don't see why it wouldn't work. And I do think we'll see more of that. I think people will start using Rails and Laravel as a backend again. Like JavaScript developers. I know those people have been doing that forever. They haven't stopped. But like JavaScript developers who kind of went hard on the Next.js path and then they're like, wait, where did all the cool backend stuff go? I think those people will start shifting back to Laravel and Rails as their backend until the JavaScript community kind of figures out what we want to be. Oh, wait, there is no JavaScript community. That's right. For some reason, I really like to drink my coffee with two hands in the morning. First time chat. Welcome to chat. Signer, did someone say free MacBooks? Prime got a MacBook. I saw that. He got a free MacBook from Zed, right? Coffee missing the rum or too much rum? My wife's grandma, who's like 96 or something, she drinks a coffee, like 3 coffees every morning with Bailey's in it. And it's so funny because it's like, I guess at that age, it's like, you're just happy to still be here. Why not? Why not just be drunk all the time? I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're an alcoholic, then that's why you wouldn't want to be drunk all the time. But if you're 95, like, you're just happy to be here, whatever. I thought the Cloudflare stuff was a bit overdramatic at first, but I logged into the Dash for the first time in a while, and good God, they pushing the upsells. Oh, really? I haven't logged into my Cloudflare dashboard that much. I guess I've done a little bit of DNS stuff in there, but I mostly just push stuff to it and don't think about it. Problem is you didn't buy it from terminal.shop. That's right, Signer, actually, because I can't. Because we haven't had product for sale for some time. But we will very, very soon. There's actually something happening today with Terminal. I'm not going to say it. It's not my right to leak it. Oh, look, we got the Terminal banner right now. Yeah, no, there's something happening today. I'll just say that. That sounds like I'm saying we're going to launch something today. We're not launching something today. You won't see something announced. Actually, you won't have any idea that something happened today. Never mind. It doesn't make any sense to share that because it's all internal and it won't matter to you guys. Check out Inertia for Laravel instead of Next. Yeah, I think that's good. Grind size? Nixia, is it my grind size? Okay, so here's the question. I fiddle with the grind size just to try and get the flow of the water to be the right speed, and because sometimes it feels like it's just sitting. So I go coarser to try and get it to flow through a little faster. I'm trying to like brew it in 3 minutes-ish, pour over. Is that too fast? Would too fast actually cause a very... What is that taste? It's not awful. It's getting better as I go. I wonder if it was the taste in my mouth just from waking up. First time chat, welcome to chat. Fallen SO, get MacBook to install Asahi Linux on it. Everyone keeps recommending Asahi Linux because I'm like on this, I'm having this midlife crisis where I can't decide if I want to go hard on Apple or Linux. Oh, I'm actually behind. I'm just going to skip ahead. Sorry, guys. Feels bad to not read everything. I'm just going to skim. I'm using Zed and did not get a Mac. That's right. Benajman, what's up, Benajman? Cynic in here. Cynic's here. Benajman's here. Who else did I not see? You guys will talk again if I didn't see that you're here. Very suspicious speech. The announcement must be huge. Good morning, Moodine. Kind of weird you have your own coffee company and drinking other coffee. So listen, this is about to be like Elon Musk riding a bicycle or Dax using DigitalOcean. The thing is, we are not selling coffee yet, and I've had to do a lot of research on packaging. Like a lot of research. I buy new coffee like every day. I've got way more coffee than I'll ever be able to drink in here. It'll all go bad. But I've been exploring packaging options because we want to deliver a really good product. You know what I'm saying? We want it to be like, so we're getting ideas from all kinds of coffee roasters. Linux if you have time, Mac if you have money. That's pretty good. The thing is, I love Mac hardware. I love it. Like, I just love my Mac Studio. It's like this compact little box. Looks good. Works good. I've used Mac OS for like a decade now, so I'm used to it, even if I'm not like the fastest. I know I could like do more things in Linux. I could customize, and I could like, I enjoy that part. I like taking time for a hobby like that. I've enjoyed it with NeoVim, Tmux, and all these things. I've just been playing with it this morning, actually, my dot files. I enjoy that, so I think I would enjoy Linux for the same reason. It's the hardware. And then everyone's like, Asahi Linux. And then I look at the About page, and like the stuff they don't support is like, it's just non-starter for me. Until it supports, what were the things? I gotta actually look now. There were like 3 things. Asahi, how do you say it? Acai? No, that's a drink, or that's a smoothie, or something. Asahi Linux? There's like 3 things that it doesn't support that would be no good for me. No bueno. Where are they? Where's the little matrix of works or doesn't? Where is it? No, I know I saw just a simple little table that was like, here's what it doesn't do. Can anybody tell me what it doesn't support? Quickly. Wiki? Oh, feature support. Here we go. So it doesn't support... Thunderbolt. It doesn't support Thunderbolt or USB-C displays. I use a Studio display. Studio Pro XDR. I'm not going to not use that display. And that is a problem for me. So it's like immediately I would have no way to look at anything on my machine. I wouldn't have a display. And that's kind of important to me. So anyway. The S is silent? What? In what word? In ahi? I use Arch, just saying. I mean, I have friends. To Speaks, thank you for that follow. Oh, LP Cables. An Ingym. Thank you for the follows. I wouldn't mind an acai right now. Yeah, an acai bowl sounds nice. I should have a new channel point reward for 50 points when you give someone a Linux. How will you give someone a Linux? That's good. You just won Linux. Mac hardware is sword, where the hilt is also a blade. What are you guys talking about with the Lou? Lol? I'll win this magic book, mark my words. This magic book, the MacBook. Siri. Also, a no-go for hobbyist iOS dev. Is there a way to avoid Mac for that? Even using Tori or React Native force you to have a Mac? No. Yeah, I think there's stuff. If you're building like Mac apps, like Apple iPhone apps or other iPhone ecosystem apps, I think, or iOS or Apple, whatever, the Apple stuff. If you have an Apple developer subscription and you pay them $100 a year, you probably need a Mac, I think. I think that's still true. Packaging can be easy. When I get coffee from Square Mile UK, they put it in a letterbox-sized cardboard with a special breathable sleeve. No need to be in at delivery. Exer Salsa, thank you for the follow. Yeah, packaging it's an interesting topic. So there's all kinds of different products you might need to package as a coffee roaster. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, we're working on it. We're getting close. Android Studio supports iOS. Android Studio. Oh, I just remembered the moments I spent with Android Studio. I hated it. I mean, I think like any complex software, like if your first exposure to anything like that is going to be bad. Xcode, equally, it's going to feel bad. Photoshop. I mean, like, I actually blame the apps now, if I'm being honest. Like, the fact that it's so overwhelming to open Photoshop and just look at, like, all the different things you could do, that's on them. I feel like that's on them. I don't know. It's not my fault. I'm just a human. I just want to use your software. If it's overwhelming, that's your fault. Make easier software. There should be big buttons that are like, remove background. Check. Got it. Welcome to chat. Eggs or salsa? Imagine getting into IntelliJ as a beginner. Ooh. I haven't used IntelliJ in a very long time, actually. I did some Java in my day. Photo P Master Race. What are those words? What are those words, Josh? The beauty of them. That's right. Send coffee in simple paper packages and sell glass individual jars. Industrial jars. Ooh, industrial jars. That's kind of cool. Says the guy using AWS. Yeah, I don't use the console. I don't really use their UI. So I love it. I use SST. It should have big buttons. NeoVim user. Gotcha. Good morning, Wesley. Just woke up. Me too. What are we doing? We're going to work on StatMuse a little bit. We're just polishing the last little bits. Just a little polish. I'm getting ready to launch a big redesign. Been working on it all year, actually. Amur, thank you for that follow. I was going to say something about, somebody said the roaster, Square Mile. I really want Square Mile to do our European coffee. And they won't respond to me. I'm like, listen, we're a big deal in developer world, okay? We could sell a lot of coffee in the UK and Europe if you would just please respond to my emails. If anyone knows anyone at Square Mile, I know the guy is like on Twitter, right? Somebody just let's just everybody DM him and overwhelm him. Say, you should work with Terminal. They'll sell your coffee in the terminal. Does SST allow budget kill switch settings, or do I have to do that in AWS Console still? You still have to do it in AWS Console. Photo P is an online clone of Photoshop that's free. Oh, I see. Didn't you sell StatMuse, or did I just imagine that? This is something I should probably talk about less, but I sold like part of my stake in the company, like my equity. So I don't own as much as I used to of StatMuse. That's all. Good morning, but it's still a private company. Like, I sold it to new investors. I didn't sell it to anybody. I mean, I couldn't have sold it to anybody else. It's private equity. Be right back. Getting a bot to spam the dude on Twitter. Don't do that. Don't go that far. Maybe not a bot. Just human spam. Welcome to chat, 11 Firefox. What project do you work on right now? I've got 4 things in the world I care about right now in terms of my work. I sold it to Dax, yeah. So there's 4 things. I was just telling Lane before the podcast yesterday. There's 4 work things I care about. I've narrowed it down because there were like a dozen and it was just like noise. There's just too many things. Okay. Now there's 4 things, and you will see banners on this stream for those 4 things. I got to make a StatMuse one. I care about StatMuse. It's my baby. It's been 10 years. I mean, it's not just my baby. It's all of StatMuse's baby. There's 10 of us. And most of us have been working on it the better part of the last decade. So I don't mean it in a possessive, it's my baby. I just mean like, I will always love StatMuse. It was my first startup, and I've been working on it for a long time. So there's StatMuse that I care about. I care about Pro AWS, which is teaching. I want to teach, and I'm teaching AWS to other web developers like me. ProAWS.dev. That's the other thing I care about. Third thing is Terminal. I care about selling coffee, good quality coffee, to you folks in the terminal, in your terminal. You don't have to go to a website or anything. So I care about terminal.shop. And the 4th thing is my podcast with Dax, because that's my social life. I spend time with Dax every week. So tomorrow.fm. Those are the 4 things. That's what I work on. I don't know if you actually were asking it in that way, or if you meant like today, what are you working on? I just went like philosophical on the 4 things I care about in life. Anyway, let's actually program. How about that? Let's actually program. Not just kind of, but actually. DHH on Tomorrow FM win. I'd actually love to have DHH on. There's a handful of people that I would love to have on. StatMuse Pro AWS Terminal.shop podcast. Got it. Yeah, Twitter I don't care about. Sorry. I mean, I care. Like, I would have once said, like, oh, and then Twitch and Twitter, and those things are just like fun. Twitter, Twitch, this is fun. But the actual work I care about are those 4 things. Jack Uno, thank you so much for that follow. Nice camera and setup you have. Thank you so much. Did I welcome you to chat? Adamo. Welcome to chat. That font is terrifying. Good to know. Good to know my font terrifies you. I mean, I get it. It's not for everybody. Okay, pm dev. We're going to create another one of these. We're going to go push D packages web pm dev. I do have a lot going on here in the fonts situation. It's a little overwhelming. Okay, we are working on, oh man, yesterday chat came through so big in helping me fix the dumbest CSS issue ever. Are all CSS issues the dumbest ever? Because it was so dumb. Why is the C++ toolchain such a headache on Windows? I don't really do a lot of C++ or Windows, so I don't know. I have done some C++ in my day, very long time ago, early career. And I worked on Windows then. I guess I don't remember. I'm sure they're awful. I mean, everything's awful. But everything's great too. Isn't it all great? React 19 is trash? Yeah, I don't know. I can't like weigh in on the React 19 specifically. I have used the Next.js app router, and I'm not a huge fan of some of the trade-offs that I've made in shifting to that. I love the idea of rendering stuff on the server. That's what we do at StatMuse. I don't love the implementation so far. You use TMX Split instead of Vim, as I see. That's right. 11 Firefox. I do use TMX Split. I was just thinking the other day how NeoVim has splitting. Maybe I should use it. And there's times where I could benefit from it. I just literally don't remember my key binding. Like, there's probably times where I'd like to see 2 different buffers open and compare, that kind of thing. Did you rip out all of the Elixir from StatMuse? We didn't rip it out. It's still running, and it still serves a purpose. We have some kind of like internal apps that run on the Elixir app, and other stuff that's actually at runtime stuff, like that users would see. But the web, like www.statmuse.com, that part no longer uses any of the Elixir stuff. This is NeoVim, that's right. Welcome to chat, Jack Uno. Is it operator mono? It's partially operator mono. The cursive that you see, all the italics, that is operator mono. Everything else is other fonts. All right, we got to do some work. Work. Is that a song? Is that a song? I need to know if that's a song. I need to pull latest because I think Eric fixed that. Why is it still looking for .otf? WTF? Why is it looking for OTF? Okay, that's just broken. Still broken. He hasn't gotten to that one yet. Why is it looking for OTF? Huh? Oh, there's still a, oops. It's a preload. I just got rid of the OTF. I was like, you know what? I don't need OTF. Just WAF. And WAF 2. The sequel. Is WAF 2 the sequel to WAF? Was it better than the first? CSS greater than Rust? I mean, maybe. That's possible. I saw you have a Keychron keyboard, right? No. Is that still on Twitch, maybe? Oh man, I'm behind on chat. I bought a Keychron very early in my mechanical keyboard obsession. Now I have like 6 or 7, or I think 8. I've got one coming, a mode keyboards. Mode keyboards. I gotta get sponsored because, oh my word, are they good? They're so good. And I feel like people haven't really picked up on, they're very expensive. Maybe that's why I don't see them like in the wild. I know a couple Twitch streamers that have bought them just since hearing mine. It's just, they're so good. And the people at Mode are amazing. I'm not even paid to say any of this. I just love their stuff that much. Moving to Svelte. How is there already a React 19? I must be getting old. Yeah, I'm doing jQuery UI. Is it allowed to post a link to that Twitter post here? Yeah, you can post links, and I may or may not open them. LOL, there is NeoVim split, TMUX split, i3 window manager split. Yeah, I use Ghosty now, which is, if you know Mitchell Hashimoto? Mitchell? Creator of, founder and creator of the thing that we all know what I'm talking about, Terraform. HashiCorp. This is his like new project, Ghosty. It's an amazing emulator. It's great. I love it. And that's what I'm using here. But it has tabs. So it actually has tab support. I used to use Alacrity and it doesn't have tabs. So at least it was one less thing that I could split. Anyway, it is Dracula Pro. Good shout, Beware. That's why you're a VIP, you know what I mean? SST version 2 for StatMuse, Nixia. I'm using Ion for all my new stuff, but this is still SST v2. And I think Dax said he's gonna like submit a PR to move us to Ion once they support everything. That's funny. I literally just started to use NeoVim splits instead this week because I was sick of TMUX split, then doing the whole NVim dot and telescope back to a similar spot. You know, Josh, it's kind of different, like different reasons that I would use one or the other. So, like obviously I'm using these splits to run like git commands and stuff that I can't, well, I could do in NeoVim, but I just prefer to do them in my shell. So I use TMUX splits for that, but there might be cases where I'm full screen here on NeoVim and I want to split the pane. You know what I mean? Like I want to have two buffers open so I can compare code or something. Okay, let's just look. I gotta know, what is my key map for that? Where is that? Maps. Split? Nope. Better page up. Let's see. I've got to have it in here, right? Navigate buffers. I surely have it, right? Right? Wait a minute. Do I not? Window navigation. Wait, window navigation. This would be it, right? Wouldn't it? I don't like being behind on chat. You tried split keyboards? I'm not a split keyboard guy. I just can't get into the aesthetic of it. Aesthetics are very important to me in life. If I don't enjoy the way things look, it's just not for me. And I don't enjoy the way split keyboards look. Robin's here, and Robin uses Ghosty. Ghosty's so good. Doesn't it feel like this fun little private club too, Robin? I mean, eventually it'll be public. Maybe it already is, and everyone will be able to use it. But it's kind of fun when you use something that you had to like go to a Discord and get invited to, and it's like beta. First time chat. Welcome to Chat Metaphor. I kept forgetting to toggle lock mode when using Zellige. What is Zellige? Zellige. TMUX splits are still for a command terminal. Yeah. Tried Zellige, but relearning the bindings. Somebody tell me if I have splits enabled. Use Control WS. Control WS. Where do you see that? Control WS. Oops. Nope. Like same time? Nope. What did I just do? I split. I did split. It's just so faint. So S made a this way split. How do I make a this way split? I don't know vertical versus horizontal. Which one's which? Welcome to chat, Sudans. Welcome. What is this? Try config NeoVim Leo config. Yeah. We're in the keymaps file. Welcome to chat. It's a default keybind. Got it. I'd like to try Ghosty. Do I need an invite? Yeah, join. Wesley, you got to join the Discord. There's a Discord for Ghosty. Just find Mitchell's Twitter, and it's all over his Twitter. Control WV. Oh, so S is the horizontal. Now, how do I kill splits? How do I navigate between them? Oh no, I don't actually know how to move up to my, like, how do I navigate to my splits? Those are window navigation. Window navigation would be what? S is split, V is V split. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Rodrigo. So how do I move between them? There's the Discord. There you go. Control WC. Control W. Oh no, I keep doing my TMUX. Oh, did it work? Nope. How do I move up to my other split? Or how do I kill a split? I guess I just kill a split. Just like I would kill any pane, any buffer. You've set it up in your keybind. Yeah, I used to use them and I just don't remember. I just stopped using them and I completely forgot. Control H, Control J. Really? Because it wasn't working. Oh, it's right in front of me. That's what these are. Okay, so let's do it again. Control WV makes a vertical split. That's more likely what I would do. I would want to make vertical splits. And then I just, I was doing my TMUX, I was doing my TMUX leader, whatever it's called. Oh, now I can't use my TMUX. Why can't, wait. What? There we go. Wait. What? No. What? What did I just do? Did I just kill my other split? No. Stop. I can't get it out of my head. Okay, so I've created a NeoVim split. Oh, I just moved from that. How did I do that? I just moved my TMUX active session or whatever, my active pane. Oh, it's panes everywhere down. I just can't figure out where I am. Like in text, but you have to press Control W before. Yeah, Control A is my TMUX leader. What's the name for that? Passrice, thank you for the follow. It's not a leader key in TMUX. What's the name of that? I don't know. There's a plugin called Vim TMUX Navigator or something like that. Quick quit that window manager for Mac are you using? What window manager? I'm using Yabai and SKHD. I stole it from Bash Bunny. It's funny, for so long, I knew Bash Bunny. I had hung out with Bash Bunny at TwitchCon. I knew she streamed on Twitch, and I knew if you asked me where does she work? Oh, she works at Charm, but I had no idea what Charm was. I literally had no idea what they did. And then we built Terminal, and we started using Charm stuff. And it's like, oh, that's what Bash Bunny does. Okay. Now I know. I had no idea before. I know that one too. Thanks. Okay. Bad Cop's here. What's up, Bad Cop? What's going on? Oh, there's something I wanted to tell you, Bad Cop. So excited for the Bad Cop episode of the podcast. Yes, that's what I wanted to tell you. I saw on Twitter where somebody said you should come on our pod, and I was like, of course Bad Cop should come on our podcast. Also, you tweeted something. What did you tweet? And I wanted to tell you something. I can't remember. You're going to San Diego or no? Are you going to be at TwitchCon? I'm just imagining the whole crew comes back to TwitchCon this year. It was me. I said that. That's right. Heck yeah, San Diego. I'm so pumped. I'm going to be so sad now after last year if anybody doesn't come back. It's going to be like, oh, they're missing. You already have the badge? I did already buy my ticket and all that. Yeah. Not airfare, but I got my TwitchCon pass. TwitchCon's so cheap. Sorry, I say that. Maybe that's privileged or something. Swelker's not coming back? No, see? That's what I'm talking about. That's going to be such a bummer after last year. Anybody that doesn't come back, it's just going to be this void. But TwitchCon's very cheap compared to I'm used to tech conferences being so expensive. I'm surprised anybody goes to tech conferences, to be honest. Because I'm doing okay, and it's I don't want to spend $1,500 to go to reInvent. What? I get to go to reInvent for free, but his baby is due. No! Everybody having babies. This happened with this. I'm going to. Well, this is just nerdy, but I'm going to an AWS thing next month. It's an AWS Heroes Summit, and my friend AJ is having a baby, and he's not going to be there. I hate that. Why is everybody got to have babies? I'm happy for them, obviously, but come on, we got hanging out to do. See these people 3-4 times a year, tops. Okay, I see most people 1 time a year, but I see somebody 3 or 4 times a year. I see a friend. I go to 3 or 4 conferences. You know what I mean? I'm going to stop talking. I got so much work to do. What am I doing? Okay. So did we figure out how to close? Yeah, obviously I can just close panes just like I would close. Okay, so I just got to get out of the habit of the TMUX leader key. So TMUX, there are no other TMUX panes? Okay, I don't have any other TMUX panes in here. Okay, cool. I know how to do it now. I know how to split. Do we have that running? I have that running. We're good. Let's actually fix some stuff. Actually, I want to just go ahead and commit that. Git commit. Remove OTF font ref. Did I do it? Git status. Yes. Git push. Okay. Every time I say git push in my head, I think of Turk. Anybody else? Git push, get paid. Not like he died. I made it sound like he died. Did everyone just leave? Where did everyone go? The chat just stopped. What's up, Perseus? You're blocked from installing Yabai on your work Mac? Yeah. Yabai is really annoying to install. Like, really annoying. It did sound like something that, yeah, I made it sound like in his honor, like in Turk's honor, I think of him. Welcome to chat, Rexon. What's the name of the keyboard that you use? It's a Mode, we're here listening. It's called a Mode 80, but it's Mode keyboards. I highly recommend them. Mode keyboards. I don't remember what the, modedesigns.com. Oh, they got a new 65, huh? I'm such a sucker for Mode keyboards. They actually reached out to me for some reason. Oh, because there was like pictures of my office on the internet, and they saw them and they were like, hey, you should use Mode keyboards because your office looks nice and our keyboards look nice. And the one I've got on the way, oh, it's not even on the website. How cool. Maybe it's under special product. Yeah, this is what I got on the way. Just like that, actually, black with the white oak. That's called a, what is it called? Encore? Oh, man. It's going to be gorgeous. It's half made out of wood. Look at it. We're here. Okay, everybody's still here. You guys are just, you got stuff going on. Yeah, look at it. I can't wait. This one's going to be my new favorite. I'm having them build it too, because I'm not a builder of keyboards. I actually have one here I need to build. We'll do that on stream at some point. No Trab, thank you for the follow. Yeah, good looking keyboard. I would have actually done white, but I didn't get it in on time and they sold out. Oh, copper bottom. I didn't even see that as an option. Yeah, this is what I did. Black with white oak. Anyway, I'm gonna stop now. Let's actually do some work. We got work to do. But I actually need to go fuzzy real quick. Yeah, we're gonna build some stuff. You know what I mean? Some keyboards, some software. I just have to look at my list, make sure I work on the right thing. I'm pretty sure I know what I need to work on, but just double checking. Thank you for that follow, Petro. Let's see here. This is the one. Okay, team name headers. Yeah, that one's tough. Okay, let's fix the two things I know I can fix right off the bat. And they are, let's see, trending index. Here we go. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Why do I have types at the bottom of this file? That's a weird place to put some types. Okay, so player, let's see, player. Let's see, camera player. So I'm gonna put a new prop. Load players. No, players. Where is that? There we go. Get players. Okay, so this is the one that calls players /v2. Yep. And it has a new shape. Which is it's actually an optional thing. It won't be on every player, but last appearance date. The Gamera guys got me this yesterday. If you watched the stream yesterday, I said I can't do this anymore because I need them to add something, and they did. Good guys, those Gamera guys. Let's see. Thanks for the MacBook. You're welcome, Shiba. Did you win? Where do you get the stats from? What API? We actually have several data providers across all the sports. So yeah, we get them from the official like partnerships, the companies that have the official deals with each league. We get the stats from those people. The real-time stats. The comprehensive like historical database is proprietary, and there's a long history as to how we got that, but we license it from an individual. Okay, last appearance date. So I gotta fill that in now. Players push. Okay. Wait, what are these players? Gamera players. Okay. And then where do we, so we get players right here. Aha. Wait, that doesn't exist. What? What? Are you sure? That error wasn't here yesterday. Bust image URL. What? What did I do? What's wrong here? It's like I broke this, but in what way? Let's reset the LSP. What do you say? Man, I love this song. You guys are gonna get really tired of me saying I love this song every time it comes on. But I love it. Oh, look at you guys telling me to restart my LSP, and then I did it. We're on the same page. Same page over here. Just like, same brain. We're one big brain. Okay, so now I'm going to add last appearance date. GP last appearance date. I'm going to plug the book again. I have no reason to plug the book, but I'm going to plug the book. You need to listen on Audible. Don't just like read the book. That's an option, but you need to listen on Audible to Project Hail Mary. So good. It won like Book of the Year on Audible last year, I think. And this song, for whatever reason, reminds me so much of the book. And you'll understand why if you listen to it. Because, well, I know why it reminds me. It's the voice of, well, you'll just have to listen to it. Okay, last appearance date. Let's see, players. That's just some kind of thing. Oh, yeah, so in here I need to change the shape of player to have last appearance date. I'm going to make it optional. Yeah, we're going to make it optional because I just don't know. Okay, so now we've set league players, and then down here, when we do stuff with players, here we go. This is my favorite part. No, it's not. That wasn't my favorite part. I just misunderstood. Okay, no player found. Let's see. So players now. Whoa, thank you for whatever that was. I think that was a sub. Emery, thank you so much for that sub. Thank you. It's not in my notifications on Twitch yet. They put music in books now? No, it's a voice. There's a voice of a character. And this song, and also some of the words in this song, it's like they made this song for the book, and I don't think they did, but it's almost like they did. There is no spoon. Thank you for that follow. Right here. That's the part that reminds me of the book. You'll just have to, just please, everyone stop what you're doing and go listen to the book on Audible. It'll take you about 12 hours, and then come back. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. They put music in books now. They're making a movie of it too. Yes, Ryan Gosling. That's right. Next year it'll come out. Is this all your Astro B front matter OMG? What? Stats and data, what's up? Is this all your Astro B front matter OMG? Astro front matter? No. This is a TS file. This is not an Astro front matter. That would be a bad idea. What book? Riven, welcome, and the book is Project Hail Mary. What's up, Overtime? Welcome to chat. How are you? Okay, so we're going to push the players into that. I think that's it. I think we did it. We did the thing. I actually need to do another thing to be able to test this, and I want to do it. I think it's worth doing, because I can't test this unless I do it. So we add the players, and they have now a last appearance date, I do believe. Oh, wait. Let's actually double check. So last appearance. So let's look for bust image URL in this buffer. And make sure everywhere I have bust image URL, I should have last appearance date. Right there. There. Oh, there's just the two places. Okay, got it. We're good. Okay, so that's the thing I added, and I needed to add that. Overtime, thank you for that follow. Oh wait, is StatMuse all Astro components or React Islands with Astro? Josh, it's a mix of Astro. Anything that can be server rendered is Astro. Anything that's interactive, we use Svelte. Svelte. Love your podcast with Dax. I really appreciate the content. Thank you. That's awesome, Overtime. I love when a podcast listener comes in because you have a lot of context. You know things about me. You're not a stranger. You know what I mean? Thank you, bud. Hope you've been well. I have been. How have you been? I can't remember how I pronounce your name, Riven. Did I call you Run? And this isn't just you. This has been a lot of people. When I come back in, I'm like, how did I say your name? Busted image URL? Yeah, exactly. Busted. No, it's the bust, like their shoulders up. Kind of like what you see of me right now. The bust. Okay. So I got to make a change to be able to test this trending thing and other trending things. That change is, let's go into the infra and let's say const is staging equals stack.stage equals staging. And we're going to say we're going to run this job if it's prod or is staging. Okay. Oh, did I call it stage? Is staging. Okay. So we're going to do that. But then also I've got to somehow, this one's tough. This one, I'm not going to lie, this one's tough. Because I got to poke a hole in our production. There's a lot of reasons why I have to do this way. And you're going to look at me and you're going to say, I'm sure you could do it another way. And I'm going to tell you, I can't. I have to hit my production database in a read-only context from my staging compute. It sounds bad, and it is bad, but it's necessary because the nature of, we only have one data lake. I'll say that. It's hard to explain this whole situation. You'd have to understand our entire app architecture, all of the services involved. There's just a lot. 10 years of a dozen engineers building stuff. So there's just a lot of stuff, okay? But we only have one data lake. We don't have like a staging data lake. It would be like stupid because it would be half empty. We only have a production data lake because we only have production users. People don't use our staging app, right? So we have a ton of data in this giant S3 data lake in production. And our trending, so we have these features, this feature where we show like what players are trending, what teams are trending, all that stuff. That's driven off the data lake, okay? Because the data lake is like where we know how many queries are done, and we have all the logs from CloudFront, our CDN, so we know how many like visits each query has, and like they're basically just pages. Anyway, the trending stuff is driven off the data lake, and we don't have a staging data lake, so it makes this very complicated to test the trending changes. Like I just fixed 2 things in trending. It's very hard to test that because we don't want to just roll it straight into production, but we also don't have a staging data lake. So anyway, the solution that I came up with is, what if we just said, screw it all, we're a startup, there's no rules. What if we just hit our production database from staging? What if we just did that? Just for this one thing. Is this a terrible idea? Someone stop me, please. Anybody? Welcome to chat. Smoked Link. Y'all need a simulated data store. What is that? That sounds fun. I believe you. I just don't know what it is. Astros plus Svelte is such a base combo, though, especially for performance. Yeah, it made sense at the time. When I made the decision, I wasn't aware of Svelte syntax. Not loving it. It's hard for me and my JSX pilled brain to adapt. It's not Svelte's fault. I say this a lot. It's not. I feel like it's a fine framework, but if you spent so much of your career writing JSX, it's so hard to make that switch. You know what I mean? Just, it's not familiar. The Ravenous, thank you for that follow. I think I remember you saying you're not a huge Svelte fan. Yeah, okay, yeah, you know, you heard it. Raven, I feel special that you remembered. Raven, that's right. I call you Raven. I do that as well, but I have one user. There you go. I mean, one user needs a data lake too. Better be sure about that read-only. Yeah, exactly. Straight to prod. We could do that. It's also an option. Delete prod. That would be bad. Just one time. That sounds familiar. 5 years later while you're still doing it. I'm a fan of using production master data. Transactional data is trickier. If it's read-only, it's fine. Yeah, it's just read-only. I'm going to make sure. Right? We'll just make sure. Can't you just make some sort of service / data store / repo that retrieves data from data lake and have an interface to mock it in tests? Maybe. That sounds like a lot more work. Mogul Buster, thank you so much for that follow. RIP React, Svelte is the future. Betting on Solid, I do enjoy Solid. So obviously being friends with Dax, I can't ignore Solid. I've had to use it because Dax uses it. And any project I work on with Dax is going to be Svelte. Or, I'm sorry, Solid. And I've enjoyed it. Solid is great. I actually like that I don't have to do the mental gymnastics that I have to do with React. And you still get the JSX. It's nice. I like Solid. Can't you make a read-only instance in your DB? We do have a read-only instance. That's what I'm going to hit. We already have one that serves our production read loads. Most pages don't need to write to the database, so we have a read-only instance in our cluster, and that's what I'm going to target. So we're going to figure out, how do I hit it? The tricky thing is, like, on the AWS side, there is like complicated network infrastructure designed to prevent any resources from hitting our production resources if they're not production resources, right? Like at the network level, if you will, we have security groups, we have routing rules, we have a separate VPC even, I think. There's like reasons to segregate your production stuff from your staging and dev stuff, right? Normally it'd be in separate accounts, but StatMuse still on one AWS account. Fun fact. So that at least makes it easier. If it were a separate account, that's just another hurdle. How does that read-only instance work out for you? I'm thinking about doing the same for my app. Actual users, lots of data. Does it lower resource user usage overall? It just smoothed out, like, we can now scale independently our main node, our writer node, from, because we use serverless v2, Aurora serverless v2. It's nice to have the independent scaling on our read workload and our write workload. Like, we can kind of like have those separate. I mean, in practice, it could all just be like, they could both be writer nodes and it wouldn't make much difference. I guess it wouldn't make any difference in terms of costs. Or no, any additional nodes in the cluster have to be reader nodes. I'm sorry. There's only the one writer node in Aurora. So I guess, yeah, what do we get out of it? Well, we had to move to 2 nodes. That's why we did it. We didn't do it to separate out the loads. We did it because we just outgrew a single node in terms of serverless ACUs. Like, we hit the 128 limit. So we added a second node, and that had to be reader, but then we just went ahead and split up our reader loads. We're going to look at it right now, actually, because that's what I need to do right now. That's not good. What's wrong with that? Client stack and stack are incompatible. What? String. What's wrong with this? Man, I can't make any sense of TypeScript errors. I really need to take total TypeScript. I feel like I would learn so much. So get secret value command is not assignable to parameter of type that. Resolve middleware are incompatible. I feel like this is something dumb. Like a different version of secrets manager. I don't know. I'm gonna ignore it because it still works. Okay. So we have a, let's see, down here somewhere we have like a reader. Yeah, DB reader and DB. So I need to have a DB production or something. Avenir, thank you for that follow. Also ATL Bully. CDK, it's actually, this is SST version 2. So SST version 2 is built on top of CDK, and some of the CDK stuff leaks out if you need to escape. Like, there's escape hatches where you're using CDK stuff. So if you see CDK in this code base, it's because SST v2 built on top of CDK. AWS RDS Aurora serverless is so expensive, you still get charged while it runs. So much for being serverless. It's not a big deal, Elusive, when you have a ton of AWS usage. It's $45 a month at a minimum of 0.5 ACUs, 45-ish, depending on the number of days in the month. Which for us at StatMuse, when we spend tens of thousands of dollars on AWS every month, not a big deal. Doesn't really bother us. If you're like wanting a separate DB for every dev, that's when it gets annoying. Yeah, and it is expensive if you look at serverless v2 like compute cost per hour. It looks very expensive. We actually saved money moving to serverless v2 because our traffic's just spiky enough. Our traffic's based on the sports schedule. So when there's big sporting events, our traffic is crazy. And then it falls off at some point after the event is over. It's actually still crazy after the event because people are searching stuff after the game. But there's like a period where then it drops down really low. Anyway, yeah, so we actually saved money moving to serverless v2. Currently have one cluster, 4 CPU, 32 gig RAM, running on 70%. Yeah, our problem and the reason we moved to serverless v2 is we were hitting a threshold where we were going to have to scale up the cluster because it couldn't handle our peak loads But then we have this cluster running at a way over provisioned rate all the time, and then we would have had to like automate stepping it down. It was just like a lot of work, and we were tired of dealing with like our cluster sizes on our database. Now we don't think about it at all, and we ended up saving money. We weren't sure we were going to save money. Neo Shane, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay, so we got to have a... let's see. How am I going to do this? I got to do like a thing in staging, okay? A thing in staging. So I'm going to deal with the network stuff after I figure out this first part, which is from like a code standpoint. From a code standpoint, I'm just going to have a DB production reader. Okay? So just imagine, I'm not going to use this in production, obviously. I'm not going to use it at all unless I'm in staging. Okay, let's just, maybe that's a good way to think about this. So I need to change the reader host. What is this? Oh, that's, okay. Wow, that's ugly. Apparently I couldn't just import the reader host's name. That would have been good. Okay, well, so I need to pass in, I need a production reader host, if you will. Oh, credentials are going to be separate. I'm going to have production credentials. Ugh. Oh, I'm going to have to import the secret. Oh, this is so hard. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Because there's network, the network side, there's the secrets manager side, and then there's just the code side of like sorting out, I need to connect to production for this specific thing, but nothing else. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should look, let's see. Let me undo this. I should look at where I would actually use this DB reader first. And the answer to that is in here somewhere. Where's DB in here? There it is. No, that's a different DB. This thing connects to the production database, right? Am I looking right past it? Get URL for entity? No. Am I looking right past it? Gamma API. Athena. Did I imagine that we hit the database? No, we definitely hit the database for, where is that? Queries? Okay, so there's queries. Ask, there it is. This is it right here. Oh, okay, oops. This is it right here. So ask.get is a DB reader. So this is where I would change it, but specifically, I would just have like a new get here. I gotta figure this out because I really want to do this. I really want to be able to test this trending stuff anytime I want. Tinside, thank you for the follow. I'd love to see something like Neon in AWS natively. Not that it would happen, but something relational that isn't insane as Aurora that makes sense for small serverless apps. Redig, thanks so much for the follow. Hey Josh, what I would say to that is just hang tight. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm just not gonna say anything else. But just hang tight. You know what I mean? Just a little patience. You might just get what you asked for. You just might. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Just hang tight. Okay. I think I've hinted enough. I'm going to move on. If is prod, DB drop all. That sounds bad, Josh. That sounds bad. DB staging production sometimes only one time only reader. That's basically what we're heading into right now. That's the territory we're getting into. It's going to look something like that. So I have so many hurdles. I have the networking hurdle. I have the secrets manager hurdle. And I have, then I have just the code. The code part's easy, actually. Like, and let's just work backward from the code part. So the code part would just be get from production. Sorry, that's so funny to me. And then this would be like, to do use production DB, right? That's pretty easy. So I would just import instead of DB reader, we would import DB production reader or whatever. It's going to clutter up the code base in an annoying kind of way. But I think this is literally the only touch point. So I think if we go back to trending, this is the only place we interact with the database. I say that. Do we also do it for money? Do we also do it for money? We have to, right? Oh, maybe it's just one table. No, it's not. Get finance right there. So this one right here too. So we had ask.get, and then we had ask.getFinance. Those would be the two places. So let's just go ahead and let's work this out. Well, okay, first, before I do anything, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I want to lock in this change. Okay. I made a change, and I want to lock it in, at least I want to stage the file at least. Last appearance date, yeah. I want to lock that in so that I don't create a mess and then I have to revert and then that whole thing. Okay, so just don't add stacks.trending, right? Get status, get add functions, source trending index.ts. Wait a minute, I changed another file on Gamma Player. Gamma Player. I changed this. Oh, it was in here? It was in this file? Oh, okay. Fine. It's fine. It's fine, he says. Oh, another change. What was that change? To ask index. Oh, I actually did that? Oh, I did that, yeah. I just hadn't saved the buffer. Okay. Okay. Get status. So let's do this. Get commit. It's kind of like an alleged fix. Fix, add, what was it called last? Appearance date to players. So I can't test this yet, but that's what it does. Get status, get push. Raid, study time. What's happening? Study time. How are you? Thank you so much for the raid. Zacharia, thanks for the follow. Also, I missed some chatters. Welcome to Chat Starship Power. Snapping those fingers. I believe Adam's the only one working on this project. No, there's like 5 of us engineers. There's 10 at StatMuse, 10 at the company, and there's 5 engineers. Wait, what, Adam? You can't be teasing this. This would be incredible. Anything in the realm of that? Yeah, I'm teasing it, Josh. I'm not going to tease any further. Sky, thanks so much for that follow. I think I missed Wetas. Thanks for the follow as well. Committing straight to origin main? Yes, stats and data. I always commit to origin main. Where else would I commit? Main is like our dev. We have like a production branch too. Hyper Web Apps, thank you so much for the follow. Thanks again, Study Time, for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to chat, Quentin and Xcopy and Jowlaford. So what we're doing right now, Raiders, if you're curious, we are punching a hole in our production infrastructure to connect to our production database from staging. Sounds as bad as it is. I don't even know, Study Time, if your crew, your audience, the people who watch. I mean, I watch. I don't know. Are they up to speed? Do I need to like explain anything on the coding stuff? Maybe not. I'm not trying to talk down. But maybe you don't care about production databases, or maybe you do. Who is going to review your code changes? You guys are. Oh, you mean at StatMuse? Who's going to review it? We don't really do code review so much. Savage Alligator, thank you so much for the follow. Some of them do. Okay, so you guys are gonna catch on. You're gonna figure out what we're doing here. We're working on statmuse.com. March roll, thanks so much for that follow. Okay, so we added that, and now we're gonna do the production database thing. But first, let's do it right here. Let's start backwards. Let's work backwards from the code. So we have get from production. This is so dumb. Get from production, and this is going to be DB reader. Let's call it DB production reader. This is so bad. Just don't do this, people. If you're like a young engineer and you're like, hey, this guy seems like he knows what he's doing, I should do this. Don't do it. Just don't. DB production reader. And this will be production host, if you will. Let's just do it like this. Const production host equals process.end.postgres production host as string. Makes sense. So down here, that's going to be production reader. What did I say? Production host? I just did it. There we go. Calling the auditors. Yeah. Oh, Etsy, what's up? Oh, Etsy's here. Okay, so production host, it's gonna be the same port. Okay, so this is the first major hurdle is credentials. Credentials are not production credentials. I'm gonna have to also add a production Postgres secret. This is so many gross things. I don't love this. But like, we're gonna have to double all this, right? Is there some other way that's cleaner than this? I don't think so. Production credentials. Thank you for that follow, Dap. I think this is the only way, and it really sucks. Type, we can at least do this. Type credentials. So we can do that, and then that's credentials. Okay, so we have production credentials, but it's not secret. It's the production secret. Oh, this is so gross. How do I want to do that? Production secret. It's gross, but it's the only way I can test this thing. Postgres production secret ARN. Does that work? Yeah. And this one won't always exist. It'll only exist. Oh, I need to handle that case. It won't exist in production, ironically, because the production credentials in production are just credentials. They're not the production credentials. Doing well, coding since a while. Didn't even realize you started the stream. I started really early today. My wife is out of town, so I'm just streaming while the boys are asleep. I've got 2 boys, and they will wake up, and then I will be done. So it's kind of an earlier stream. So production credentials won't exist in every case, right? What was that? Is that production secret? Did I spell it wrong? Production secret. Is it just saying it could be undefined? Yeah, it could be undefined. So we're going to have to do this like, I mean, while we're doing gross things, might as well just lean into the gross. This is so gross. Actually, let's do the whole thing. Let's do this whole thing in a try catch. And we just want to ignore dot error, because this is going to happen in production, right? It's going to hit an error because that doesn't exist. Postgres production secret, or I could actually just pass it in production too. I'll just pass it in production. It'll just be a duplicate. It'll be the same exact ARN. That's fine. If I do that, then this shouldn't error, right? Okay, I like that better. I like that better. I take it back. Let's do like this. So now we can say if not secret or not production secret, then throw that. That's fine. I already have TypeScript errors. Now I'm just adding more TypeScript errors. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Dex Turk. Let's see. You could instead do something that copies data scenarios from prod to a non-prod instance. You don't need all the data, just the scenarios you want to test. This is a great point. Luke Wolf Games, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Luke Wolf Games. Do we know each other, Luke? Your name is oddly familiar. Do I know you from Twitter or somewhere else? So Smoked Link, this is what we did. We did this. The only way we've ever seen this feature work in staging is through that mechanism. We copied data from production. This scenario, I need to stand up a bunch of infrastructure that connects. It has to connect to the production database to actually generate the data. So it's the generating the data I need to test. I need to see the new data. So I can't just copy data from production. Well, I guess what you're saying, yeah, no, I guess I could. So the same data that I need to add. Oh, that's not a bad idea. It's just different data. So we copied the computed data before. What if we copied the source data? Man, I like that a lot, actually. I like it a lot. Hello, welcome to chat, Luke. I do that for our staging and integration environments once a week. Probably. I've been around for a few years. Quiet stream, night streams for me. Hope you have a good stream. Thank you so much, Luke. I appreciate you. KH1, thank you for the follow. The generated data would go into non-prod. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's rethink my plan here, because this is clearly, we're on like hurdle 1 and it's very ugly. And I have like 4 hurdles to do the thing I was going to do, which is poke a hole in my production infrastructure. Thank you for the follows, Alex and Aguila and Hygedbruji. I'm sorry. I botched that really bad. I'm from America, and I feel like that's maybe par. Par for the course in America is botching names like yours. Okay, so maybe we don't punch a hole. Maybe we just set up a background job that copies the data I need. So one of the problem is it's a lot of data. So the production data, it's every time someone asks something on statmuse.com, that's the table that I need. I just need like the last 30 days to compute the trending stuff. But I constantly need the last 30 days. So it's almost like I just need to just constantly have, maybe I could use DMS or something. I could use one of the AWS services for like ongoing replication jobs. But basically those tables, here's the other problem, is it's hard to like draw the line. All these tables join, there's like a web of tables. So if I copy the one table, I actually have to copy like 3 or 4 other tables that are ancillary tables, supporting tables that are joined. I almost just need, does our staging database just need to have a copy of all the production data at all times? Maybe. Just subset, and you can inject test data for deterministic tests. Yeah. One of the problems Smoke linked, I don't know if you were here when I went over this at the beginning. We only have one data lake. We have a production data lake. And that's where the like source of truth, I'm fetching a bunch of stuff from the data lake, from the production data lake, and then I'm trying to calculate trending questions that people have asked on StatMuse. The production data lake has questions that I need supporting data in our relational database to tie it all together, if that makes sense. It's very hard to give you enough context, but that's part of the problem, is it can't just be any arbitrary subset of the data. It has to be specific data, or the trending calculation stuff won't work. Integration should be test data. Staging should be a mirror of prod. When you say should be, Frag, who wrote these rules? You know what I mean? It's a startup. Like, we can do whatever we want. And we do whatever we want. Sounds expensive? The data lake is expensive. Not that bad. I mean, S3 is only so bad. You said that, Frag? You say integration should be test data. Staging should be a mirror of prod. What is integration? We don't have an integration environment. We have a staging environment and a production environment. And we all have dev environments. We're also a startup, but it's a generalization of what those environments are meant. I gotcha. I don't actually have an integration environment, whatever that is. Okay, so I think I am on team use replication here, as opposed to punch hole in network, share production secrets in staging. That was a bad idea. I admit, it was terrible. So we can back out of that plan. That's good, because I don't really want to finish this coding exercise. It was going to get more painful before it got better. Let's undo. Actually, I can just do this. This is why I committed that thing first. Git status, git checkout all. Right? Yeah. Okay, so we're not going to... git checkout all. Okay, so... Okay. So what do we want to do here? I do need the infrastructure in order to ever test what I'm trying to test. I do need this infrastructure to be in staging, or is staging. I do need that change. That's for sure. Const is staging. Yeah. So I need to stand up this cron job in staging, and it's going to fail when the data doesn't exist. But I could solve that problem. The file has been changed. Yes. Wait, what? What is that? I thought I checked out that file. Check out packages core. Okay. So their diff should just be that. Yeah. Okay. So now I need to solve the problem of the data problem, if you will. Dev equals integration. Got it. Staging can be a preview for A/B testing. Also true. If we did A/B testing, that's true. I don't really see a better / not super expensive approach than what you started already, now that you explain it like that. Yeah, it's but here's the thing. I could just set up a script that copies enough data to actually I have a new solution. I have a new solution that I might love. So here's the thing. In staging, I'm trying to get the data from the database because that's the most efficient thing. Yeah, Frag, it's Aurora, RDS Aurora. That's the most efficient thing, but in staging, for one-off testing, we could do the lesser efficient thing and actually hit our back-end service that generates the data. Okay? Okay, I love this, actually. I'm starting to love this idea. I am the result of my parents collaborating in their integration environments. That's funny. Good afternoon, Priv is here. What's up, Priv? I like this. Soy Protein Elixir, welcome to chat. Are you a millionaire? Someone asked me that yesterday. What is it about me that's giving off money vibes? Is it the camera? Is it the camera quality? That's what somebody said yesterday, is based on my camera. I look rich as fuck. Okay. Well, that's fair. It's the haircut. Yeah, I get that a lot. People stop me and they're like, what is with your hair? How much money do you have? They don't actually. No, I don't really want to talk about personal finances on Twitch. It just feels bad on the internet to talk about that. Linda's, thank you so much for the follow, but I appreciate the compliment, I think, that I look rich, I guess. If that's a compliment, it might be derogatory. I don't know. You might be making fun of me. Definitely $1 million haircut. The beard, it's some Steve Jobs vibes. Okay. Net worth, that's not a command. The VC don't care about it. If it doesn't exist, trillions of people in the app have trillions of users. It's not that you have $500 on screen and fonts and colors. I mean, yeah. So I do spend a lot of money on my editor, but I've spent 15 years staring at my computer. I want it to look nice. You know what I mean? Pandy, thank you so much for the follow. Actually, in the top 8 richest people in the Ozarks. In the Ozarks. I was waiting for the qualifier there. Russ Hanneman, Silicon Valley vibes. I actually haven't watched really Silicon Valley. Adam is rich in knowledge. Exactly. Also, the graphics and production quality. Yeah, I did hire someone to do all of my overlays, all the design for all that stuff. Okay. His name is David, actually. He's the best. He's actually my co-founder at Terminal. So David, my designer friend David, as I used to call him, David Hill, he's my co-founder now. I get to say that. David works on Terminal.shop with us. All the nice stuff you see for Terminal is David's work. He also did my my overlays. Okay, so I like my new plan. Astru, thanks so much for the follow. My new plan is, because this is how I used to do it. You know what I mean? I used to actually, do I still have the code down here? No. I have since removed the code, but I used to have code that did like ask down here, and I'm totally going to pull it from GitHub. I got to go fuzzy to do it, but I'm going to look at GitHub history, and I'm going to pull it from a previous version of the code because that's easier than writing it again. Let's see. trending. It's under functions, source, trending, index. Yes. The history of this file. There's gold in that history. It's in here somewhere. Trending issues. It's in here somewhere. But not there. Oh, there it is. I found it. Found the code. Yes. Okay. So get players, fetch asset. What is asset? Okay, ask. I found the code. We are going to copy it over here. Above get players. Yeah. Okay, so this is the code that used to call Gamera, which is our backend service that answers sports questions. This is the code that used to do it, and probably still works. Okay, ask, but does the shape of the response line up with what I need? Still, promise Gamera response. What did ask, or what did ask.get return? There it is. What does that return? Welcome to Chat Hyper Web Apps. Decrypting the pixels out here. Did you see through my fuzzy thing? Adam is so rich he buys coffee just to look at the packaging and then throws the coffee away. Well, that's like actually a work thing. Who does the memes on Twitter? You know, Fallen. We all do. I mean, mostly David. If it looks nice, that's David. Yeah, now David is the head of design for Laravel. Fun fact. It's crazy, actually. David just keeps coming up. So the head of design for Laravel designed these overlays that you're all enjoying right now. That little terminal banner at the bottom, David designed that. Basically anything in my life that looks nice, it was David. He's the best. And yeah, he's the design lead at Laravel just very recently. Top richest people in the Ozarks. 1, meth dealer. 2, meth dealer. Sports statistics of meth dealer. That's good. That's funny. Okay. I look cool, calm, and collected, Raven. Thank you so much. Yeah, we all do the memes. I mean, we all use the Twitter account. The bad tweets, the ones that don't get any engagement, those are me. But David makes a lot of funny, like, visual memes. He's very good at it. Okay. Just being silly, Luke. Anyway, it seems fun what you were doing. I need to get in the context of what you're doing, but looking forward to understand more about it. Yeah, we're working on statmuse.com right now. Still taking the chill dad pills. You know what, Beware? I'm not, actually. I've become natural dad. I'm just dad. Luke Wolf Games, thanks so much for that follow. David Hill is getting pretty big, but David Mountain. Who's David Mountain? Okay, what's the shape of this thing? Gamma response. We're in business. Because that thing returns a response. Okay. Ask. There it is. That's all we need. We just need this shape. And I know how to get it straight from Gamma. The only reason I'll go to Gamma is if, well, right here. If it's not a response, if there's no response, does that throw? Does that not throw if there's no, I guess it doesn't. So if there's no response, I'm going to do this, and then I'm still going to check again if no response. So we're going to do that as let, and we're going to say response equals ask. Oh, we just solved our problem, people. Oh, that's the name of a variable. I can't do that. Or is it like this dot ask or something? What is this thing? How do we call functions here? Get asset. Oh, get asset. Nah, it's just, yeah, it's just calling them. Okay, so I'm gonna have to rename this thing. What is this thing? we'll just do that. Oh, it's so bad. I need a name for this variable. David Hill's getting pretty big. Oh, I already read that. Right over his head. What was right over my head? I don't know who David. Oh, David Hill. David Mountain. I just got it. I really did. Happens a lot. Yeah, it does. It really does. So, okay, what should I name this? This ask is just used for a very teeny tiny moment. Just right here. So I could just destructure it automatically. I could just do this. I could just say, this is just a response. Or no, what is it I'm getting? The answer. I could do that, but then I have to do something like this, right? Oops. We'd have to do something like this. Like that. We could do that. Oh, we could just, and then we just call this response. Right? We just do that. Why not? That works. It's a gamma response, and it'll be empty if there's nothing there. Yeah! Now we can pass in our options. What are all these options? Ugh, I don't know, but I have to pee. 2 hardest things in programming: naming things and making jokes Adam understands. Opdraws, thank you so much for that follow. You know what? I should probably just go ahead and end this. My boys are going to be getting up very shortly because they wake up earlier and earlier. The thing that sucks about summer is your kids go to bed later and they get up earlier. So like when am I supposed to do anything if they're up all the time? That sounds like bad dad stuff, but I'm not a bad dad. It's just like I can only work while they're asleep right now. My wife's out of town. And I have to pee. So if I have to pee and they're waking up soon, maybe I should just go and end the stream. This was very short. Like, what was this? Hour and a half? Just give them sugar to distract them. Actually, you know what? I am going to stream again. I'm going to stream again today because my grandma lives right up the street. Not my grandma, my mom, their grandma. She's going to come over, and I'm going to be working a bunch today while she's here. I will stream when she's here working, or when she's here and I'm working. I'll do it again. You can come back or not. This was short, and I feel bad leaving when there was a recent raid. But you guys, you know, you're adults. You know how this works. You can go, I'm going to raid somebody else. You guys can enjoy that person. Okay, it's been fun. Co-stream? What's co-stream mean? All good, thanks for the stream. Make them read a book of clean code and fall asleep again. You better don't be. Have a good one. Okay, it's been fun. Lose, thank you for the follow. And what is it I say at the end? It's been fun, it's been real, or I just say, maybe we could do it again sometime. And then I hit the button. See you guys.